plenty had for me. I never could have understand what was planned in my life. One day you revealed to me, you made me see plenty had for me.
God knitted me in my mother's womb. Cause he know the plans that he wanted me pursue. But I guess I had different objectives in life from the time I knew.
Yo guys, and what's the vibes? It's your boy Kev here, repping for the TKS fam, aka Harris family, your favorite family channel. Guys, welcome back to the channel. And those of you that continue to support us, guys, we appreciate you, we love you, continue to do your thing. Guys, we are on our way to 400 subscribers. So those of you who have not subscribed yet, just click that subscription button and click that notification bell that you could be aware of every upload that is posted by the TKS fam. Guys, it is story time. Yes, story time. And this one is very interesting. This one is about the charmer. Now, the enemy comes in a charming way, and you guys have to be prepared for it. Listen, the enemy does not always come as a ravaging wolf that we think he is, or in the form of somebody who might envy you, who jealous you, you know, or an angry person, or this as it is. Sometimes the enemy comes as a person with a gentle and a wonderful smile. And guys, you have to be able to detect, and you need to be understandable that you cannot put on your guard for anybody. So let me get into it now. Right guys, so this story, basically in the early when we started going to church. Now Tris and I, we, how to put it, you know, we are liked by many. You know, of course, you know, you may be liked by many, but of course there are those who wouldn't like you. So that's the case. You can be how good in life, people go like you, people go dislike you. Alright, but we were well respected. You know, a lot of people looked up to us, in a sense, still do, right? And in saying that, it have this woman that when, you know, we in the earlies in church there. Now, on a Sunday, we used to be in church sometimes almost whole day, because it's from service, and then we have the youth group meetings, and then sometimes we'll have other meetings, you know, during the day. So, and of course, we didn't have that much responsibility. No Sarai in the pit here, so, you know, it's much different, right? But at that time, you know, we used to be very, very much in church a lot. So you will find that on a Sunday, you know, eat a good breakfast, but then quite in the night, we more or less eating lunch. Well, lunch, dinner, slash, all right? Which was a kind of bad thing. Yeah, we know that was bad, but for some reason, our body had adapted to it, right? Anyhow, so it had this woman, you know, she started to greet us. You know, and she was telling us, you know, she admire us, you know, she love, you know, the way we operate, you know, very respectable young couple, and she admire it. And, you know, as time go along, you know, every time she see us, she will, you know, tell us that. And, you know, she was really, you know, to us, we felt good, because, you know, as an older person, you know, telling you that, you know, I mean, you bring a smile on your face, you go feel nice, you know. So as time go along, every time she saw us, she will, you know, repeatedly ask us how we going. We will ask her how she going, you know, thing, whatever the case, right? Now, guys, understand this, eh? It's so clever in the sense how the enemy may operate sometimes, right? Because, you know, if it is your custom coming to you in one way, he know for sure you go single him out easy. But at some point, he must change his approach, guys. And this is what we need to be mindful of. Satan is very clever, and you cannot take for granted who he could use to destroy your life. Anyhow, so it went from greeting every time she saw us, until one day she decided to bring food for us. Now, guys, I want to explain myself, because I don't want to feel that we didn't want the woman food there. But for some reason, you know, when she bring it on a Sunday, we didn't get the time. We didn't get the time to eat it. Honestly, guys, God is hearing us. We didn't get the time, because remember I told you guys, we so accustomed eating in the evening when we go home, and in the Sunday it's be so pacey that you can't even get to sit down and eat, basically. And as a matter of fact, we don't even study, because you're so involved, right? And there were times that we forgot it in the kitchen. And of course, well, it had to be disposed of the next day, because, you know, it out whole day, whatever the case. And it happened. It happened about 3 times, honestly, to tell you guys. And we didn't get to eat, right? She came and she asked, you know, how the food tastes, you know. And I was like, because Tris was not wrong at the time, and she you know, I told her, I said, well, you know, moms, honestly, you know, every time you bring the food, we haven't gotten chance to eat this food. Would you believe that? And she was like, oh, okay, all right, okay, no problem, right? So I felt a bit bad, honestly, to tell you guys. And I didn't see her for about 2 weeks, and then she came back. But instead of Sunday, she came during the week on a Wednesday. And you guys wouldn't believe what she bring. Let me give you some seconds to think. That's right. Homemade bread. Guys, let me tell you something there. Anybody who know me, ask Tris, if it's one thing it could catch me with, is homemade bread. Now let me stop there a bit and let me just emphasize a bit on something. Now, you had to look at how the enemy does operate. Let me look for somebody who's single, not ready to mingle, right? You're not in a relationship, but you know you're just there because probably you know something happened in the past that you're recovering from, and you know you don't want to make the same mistake. And you're going good, and out of no reason, all of a sudden, somebody with a Prince Charming appears to you. Like a Prince Charming look or ways appear to you, or the princess way appears to you. And this person comes so well spoken, soft spoken, you know, when they talk to you, it's like, hey, oh yeah boy, this person, yeah, I feeling it. You know, they're doing nice things for you, and you know they're softening up, they're kneading you like flour, you know, preparing you for the big moment. And I see it happen in movies, and it actually happens in reality, where, for instance, like you will see like a woman, you know, lose her virginity to somebody that, you know, came to her, because you know there's a saying, wolf in sheep clothing, right? So they come like in sheep clothing, you know, need you, and then when the person now gets involved with you in a sense with intimacy, sexual intimacy, whatever the case, and it happens several times, all of a sudden you see the person start to move different. They start to treat you different. There is not the Prince Charming that you knew before, and all of a sudden the relationship starts to go sour, all because the person had an intention when they was coming, and they know exactly what it is they wanted to conquer and achieve. And such is the case with this woman. Now it happens in many other cases in your life, but I just bring that as an example to you guys. And this woman now, she bring the homemade bread, and I should say the enemy knows I like homemade bread. But here the thing, she brought it the Wednesday, right? So I told Patrice, I said, hey, I said, look, we get homemade bread here. Or I said, we're gonna deal with this when we go home tonight. I said, because there's no excuse. When we go home, it's just right there in the night time. In the night, so it's an instant dinner. We whip up something to eat to that bread, and bam, we eat it. So we end up going home, and went on, you know, we settled in, we went and bathed, whatever the case is. But guys, something of the extraordinary happened. While I was in the bathroom, I heard this voice say, Kevin, don't eat that bread. Come on, where's that one? As clear as day, Kevin, don't eat that bread. So when I come out the bathroom, I tell Tris, I say, yeah, not Tris, I say I'm not going to eat that bread, you know. So she start one that she said, Kevin, warm to you. So they won't bring the bread, you just leave it there and not eat it. We done already eat she food, wherever it is, and she started to get on, and not get on, but she started, you know, to talk about it. Because I mean, yeah, somebody bringing something for you to eat, you're not eating it, so it's like you're not acknowledging the person food or whatever the case is. And I tell Tris straight, I say, listen, I heard a voice say, do not eat that bread. And I say, if you want to eat it, you eat it. I say, but I'm not eating it. So yeah, she, well, what are you going to do? I say, well, here what? I'm going to walk my tail into the shop and get her bread. I'm going to eat that bread. So she just, well, she all right. I went and get my bread, we eat with dinner, whatever the case is. The bread remained right there in the foil on the table. Guys, when we get up the morning, right? When we get up the morning, and I take the bread out the foil, you wouldn't believe what it is I saw. You guys, you know that bread was filled with mold, as though that bread was there a week. Or you can understand this? Being honest here, guys, treat as my witness. The bread full with mold, as though we leave that bread there a week and we only leave it overnight. Now tell me, what was the problem there? In fact, I will tell you. That was a plot from the enemy for something bad to happen to us. And it is the act of the Holy Spirit that night that told me, don't eat that bread. Had I not listened to the voice of God, I don't know if we would have been here today. I don't know what would have transpired. I don't know what would have happened. But God knew, and He gave me the warning. I believe after that encounter, we never see that woman again. God as my witness, or you can ask Tris. After that day, I never see the woman in church again. Imagine that. This story is to inform you guys that don't take every smile as a good smile. Sometimes that smile is just to cover what is to come from the person or persons next to you. Hence the reason why you may have a lot of people around you, but when it comes to the time of support, it doesn't come. You don't know who are around you, just wants to see your life in a certain way, at an average way, and not see you propel to becoming better in life or going forward in life. And these kind of people sometimes they be around and you don't know, but you don't pray against them. No, because you relax around them. But when you're praying to the enemy from afar, the enemy right next to you, and he harming you, but you just don't know. So this story basically is the enemy in the charming look. Be careful, guys. This is another one from your boy Kev, and as always, you know, guys, continue to support us, and if you like this video, remember to drop a like, drop a comment. Alright guys, so until then, until the next one, I say undivided and together forever. Kaboom!